Did you see this on NBC? Basically, this little girl down here has brain cancer. That's her family. And her parents are two undocumented people, and all of her siblings, the rest of them, including her 17-year-old brother, I think, they're all Americans. And they got deported, the whole family, because this whole thing with Donald Trump. And that's not even the worst part about it. You know, sometimes when you're here legally, you have to leave. But they had paperwork and everything with them because she has brain cancer and she just had a surgery, and she was doing a doctor consult, I think, in like Houston, Texas or something like that. And they had to travel to this doctor's thing that they'd done like multiple times before, but they didn't get to the hospital. Instead, they were stopped by border control officers and put into detention. They haven't been to school or anything, and they held them. The mom talks about how they're like verbally abused the kids and took their tried to take their medication away and stuff like that, and you know, hurled slurs or whatever at them. This is an article that I just googled, but it's on CNN and NBC and everything, so you can look it up yourself. But anyhow, the thing that's the worst is that they asked them if they want to, like, how they're going to deal with the deportation. And they're like, the parents are definitely getting deported, but the kids are Americans. So they're like, you're going to go into the foster care system if you decide to stay in the United States, which is horrible, right? So they decided to stay together, and the eldest son, who is 17, still lives in the United States, but the rest of them, they've been deported to Mexico, and they had to stay in a shelter, but now they have a home to stay in. But the worst part is the kids. They no longer are getting, well, they're not going to school, and they're no longer getting the treatments that they need. So, like, they're not getting treatments for the one kid's heart medication, and the girl with the brain swelling and stuff is not getting treatment that she needs. She's having seizures and stuff like that. When I first saw this, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, is this real? Can it actually be real? Like, how horrible this is? Because, you know, in some places in Mexico, they have good health care and like good transportation and good infrastructure and good governance and all that, like in Mexico City, for example. So I was just like, wow, this is really, really awful. But I guess she was trying to get like specific treatment for this brain swelling and surgery that she just had. So, yeah. It's too bad that they can't, like, you know, apply for some sort of clemency or some sort of